Hello and welcome to the Gallant Goblin Plays Troubles in Otari.
I mean, we've had lots of trouble.
There are lots of troubles.
More than one.
How are y'all doing today?
Great.
Ready to get in more trouble.
It is almost Christmas time here as we record this. It's 85 degrees outside.
Woo!
Yeah. And rain.
I am sweating.
It is going to storm, so very ambiance.
It is storming, so it will be storming in your game as well. So be ready for that.
Sirenscape has released a new 4D.
Texas Storm Edition?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to ask y'all today. So we've now had a couple of sessions in here to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And at the end of last fight, y'all basically, spoilers, beat majorly the boss of this particular encounter.
Whoops.
It was probably the hardest fighting encounter you're going to have. There's other encounters that are going to occur, and there may be other combat encounters. But as far as the big boss, that web lurker was pretty much what it is. So wanted to check in. First of all, you did receive enough XP to level up to level 2.
Got him.
So y'all have your characters kind of prepared ahead of time. I let you know this was coming. So I wanted to just get your senses of what do y'all think of Pathfinder so far. I know some of y'all this is kind of new and kind of also looking at your leveling up options. Like, how do you feel about it?
It's been pretty cool. This is, I've played spellcasters in D&D, but as this one was a little bit different of leveling up, and I like that I had specific bard feats that would help me do other things as well. And I didn't really, there's an option where I could get more cantrips, but I was like, you know what, let me be more rounded to balance us out a little bit. So I just know a lot of stuff now. So that's great. It's really nice.
What do y'all think?
I'll go next.
Go, Jack, take it.
So I'm used to D&D, and the biggest comparison people make is Pathfinder to D&D, right? We have one player in our Pathfinder group that's constantly quoting D&D. So I'll be that guy.
Right.
So when you level up, it seems like it's very simple in D&D, and compared to Pathfinder, you get a lot of options. I had 3 things that I had to do with this level up. I got to pick a spell, I got to pick a feat, and then a skill feat, I guess. I'm not sure what it's called, but I got more skilled, I got a cool feat, and another spell. And I felt like the difference between level 1 Norse and level 2 Norse is okay, I'm more powerful now.
That should be the feeling, I think, when you level up.
I'm ready to kill some more spiders. Or keep you alive while you kill spiders.
Please. Did you feel like you got more leveling up in a Pathfinder game than a D&D game?
Yes.
I think
Yes, maybe not
I
yet.
think certainly in low levels, I think for sure. I definitely some of the stuff I got.
And you can talk about what you got if you want to.
And so I took a couple different feats because I'm playing a fighter and I don't have as many spell sort of related things, and I'm not really a caster. Most of the stuff that I took, my feats are really gonna hopefully impact combat. So I took a quick draw feat. Well, basically, I think it's actually called it's like a duelist feat. So I'm always ready, and I can draw my weapon and attack in the same action, which is very exciting. It helps build into that action economy. So it's funny.
That's
I think
real important for a fighter to have that freedom in that action economy, since it is so different than D&D. We're just okay, I attacked.
Yes, and now that having that, I think it'll make it a lot easier for me, so I won't have to say, okay, one action to draw. I can just,
Especially if you want to switch weapons up.
Yes, and switching weapons as well. I think, it's nice to be able to have my, we've talked about the walking around with a loaded hand crossbow before.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to be able to just keep
Walking around
that
with
still loaded, but in my pocket. I think it'll be nice to be able to draw that and kind of I don't know, make it a little bit more fluid. And then I took another. I took intimidating glare. Where I can now demoralize my opponents just with the eyes.
Give us your best stare there, your best intimidating stare.
Blue steel.
There it is.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
more smoldering. Now give us intimidating.
Wait, maybe it somehow works.
Well, we talked about that because that's really important too, and you maybe not share a language with the person that you're trying to intimidate.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So similar to some of these spider guys, or that web lurker, not being able to scare them. You really gotta strike the fear into their hearts. So
There
we'll
you
see.
go. There you go.
Oh, brother.
Ben, did you take that bard dip to make your barbarian? You multi-classing already?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, but honestly, I picked Barbarian for this campaign because I wanted to. I don't usually play Barbarian, and I will say, like, going level 1 to level 2 is a little bit of what I hoped. Just very simple, just easy. I got an extra rage without needing to take a break between, so just more being mad constantly. And
those hormones are seriously kicking in for
Yeah,
that
really.
teenager.
They get them.
And so I was very happy to just see I got more HP and I can rage for longer, and I'm like, yeah, that feels right for just a level 2 barbarian.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be the face. We're gonna have a tiny goblin for the face of our group. I hope you guys realize that.
In this game, we talked a little bit about multi-classing. In this game, multi-classing is done through archetypes. And it doesn't look like anybody's kind of ventured into the archetype land yet.
Yeah.
So, that's something to be looking at, especially maybe when you get to the next level, you can kind of look at it. But it allows you to replace some of your class features with something else to make your character even more specific to what you envision it to be.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you want
Customability is so much fun with this game.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is having to spend a lot of resources in D&D to I'm going to give up this whole level to do something else, so I won't be able to get that for this class. I like that the archetype thing happens here. So I'm like, you know what? I just really need to get good at lock picking, so maybe, learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And that's so much nicer than I got to go take this feat and wait till this one and that, and I like the customized stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the reliance
So
on
nice.
feats is it's more reading, but it's more fun, I think. So
I love it. It really opens up your options
Listen.
so much.
More books, more reading, not a problem.
Yeah.
And if you don't like reading Hero Lab, takes a lot of that out for you.
That's
It
true.
gives you a bunch of little
Hero
red
Lab.
text,
little plug. Yeah.
and even blue text if it's like, you could do this, but Theo's gonna say no. So don't click that
So
button.
yeah.
Even worse, probably gonna be Theo won't know. Oh, speaking of which, Glenn, our good friend Glenn,
Glenn.
called you out in the chat a little bit. Not really.
Was it the 4 actions?
But what is your weapon of choice?
Oh,
So
he
I
did.
have
I forgot about
I have
that.
it's a flick mace. It's
Yes.
a gnomish flick mace.
And you are a gnome, right?
No, so I'm not, but I have something weird where I can
Okay.
I can use it.
Are you sure?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So I have it's a speaking of
I
feats.
saw that comment and I was like, Glenn.
I took this feat one. It's a unconventional weaponry feat.
Okay.
Specific to the gnomish flick mace.
Hey.
And under this,
Nice.
I've familiarized myself with a particular weapon, potentially from another ancestry or culture.
Okay.
So in this case, it's
it's the
specific to
gnomish
that.
flick.
I should have known that you would have done your homework.
Yeah.
We're paying attention, Glenn. We try.
That's right. I didn't just pick it out of the book and say that looks cool. I did actually have to take a feat for it, and I'm not mad about it. I like my little flick mace.
He did,
so.
he didn't say Stuart is cheating. He just said, I've never heard of flick mace. And I was like, well, I
Yes.
gotta look this up myself.
I hadn't heard about it before. Even I hadn't, and I don't play a ton of fighters in D&D, but yeah, I hadn't heard about it in D&D
I
before. So it may be a Pathfinder
I think it
specific thing,
is.
but it's sweet. If you're building a Pathfinder character, go ahead and use it because it's fun.
Describe what it looks like.
So it is just similar to a mace, as I've mentioned in some of the previous sessions. This is Brash's flick mace called Little Thunder. So it's got that in Osiriani's script written on there. But it looks like a mace, but on the inside it's got some sort of like chain basically, so that I can flick it and the top of the mace will come out and go and hit my enemies and then kind of come back in. So it's got a little bit of reach. The reach is like 10 feet. Yeah, it's small. I guess for a gnome it would probably be like pretty big, But for me, it's just maybe a little bit bigger than like a dagger. It's not like the length of a full sword, so it's it's pretty good.
Go.
All right.
Corwyn is already bored.
Boring.
Well, in that case, why don't we just jump back into the narrative a little bit? You have just defeated the web lurker and his spider minions. And keep in mind that you're not going to get your new abilities until you have a long night's rest. I don't know if you're sleepy yet. It is getting pretty dark outside.
Right.
You may notice outside the windows it is starting to rain a little bit. You can hear the pitter-patter coming from the windows.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you store your evening meal?
It was outside the fishing area, the one where we saw the oozes. We left it there before we came in.
Okay. So it's sitting on that table maybe outside there.
Yeah, it's getting a little wet. We gotta go get that.
So, what would you like to do?
I definitely,
Should we go
I
talk
think
to Ollie?
we should go talk to
Let's
Ollie
go say hi to
and go report in to our friend and
Our cool little friend.
tell him that we got the
little spiders.
little spiders taken care of. Yeah.
Some of them, at least.
Yes.
3 of them.
Yeah.
We've gotten 3 of them.
And the big bad purple guy
Yeah.
that she hates so much. So
I'm gonna make my way to Ollie's room then.
Okay. So y'all gonna go back down the hallway and around the corner. You get going by yourself, or?
I don't know. Am I going by myself?
I'll go.
Yeah, I think it's time for a nap.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna
We'll
go
all
where I
just
know it's safe.
kinda-
To Ollie's
kinda
room,
cruise
because
down
she
there.
said they didn't come over there.
Yeah. We're not gonna sleep in the spider dungeon.
Let's not sleep in the spider dungeon.
Okay, so you walk into Ollie's bedroom there, and you see her sitting in her little bowl of feathers, just kind of preening a little bit. What do you say?
Ollie!
Oh, you look ghastly.
I do! It hurts.
Oh, are you okay?
Well, eventually I will be. I need to just take a nap. But we killed the spider guys.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
Well, come on, guys, sit down. Can you sit here, please, Ollie? I just want to, chill.
Of course,
Yeah.
have a seat. No, not there. No. Oh, don't get your blood on. No, maybe you should just stand.
Can I just... I'm
Just
gonna
in the corner.
Right, exactly
Just
where
sit-
I'm standing, sit
Yes.
on the floor.
There.
It's
Sit.
also a very small room.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone. Yes. Oh, you all look so terrible.
There's a lot of spider webs, too. So.
Tell me everything.
So I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to be like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this right. And then I'm going to sit down, and Corwyn, sit down. And I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to be like, well, first... They opened up a room and was nothing inside of it. So then we kept going and we saw...
Brass, smell my feathers. That's just
what is
me.
that scent?
I'm not even perfume. It's just me.
That's
Isn't it
incredible.
amazing?
Would you mind if I took some? Do
No,
they
no.
fall out? Do they fall? When can I
Back off.
need some perfume myself?
Consent, Brash.
It is not
That's
perfume.
why I asked.
That is just my natural scent.
That's incredible.
You should take a bath.
Well, that's true. As you can probably tell, I'm dying from our last encounter with those beasts.
They're gone though. Those
Oh, absolutely.
awful things.
Dispatched. I could bring you their heads.
That's
No, that's
disgusting.
fine.
I offer.
This fish is delicious, by the way. Excuse me while I just have a little bit of fish.
We've got boar outside if you want some.
I'm fine with fish.
Okay.
Go eat your boar.
All right.
Speaking of boar, I'll just call down the hallway. Corwyn, do you want to go get that boar?
Yeah!
Let's bring it into the kitchen at least.
Sick.
And by let's, this is more of like a royal you kind of scenario.
Sweet. Happy to be out in the rain, not with the ghost thing.
I'll go with you, but I'm not very strong.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
I'll spot you.
Sweet. We got it.
That's fine.
So you guys gonna run out and start prepping the boar?
Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Just hang out. Yeah, we'll bring it back in the kitchen.
Please don't tell me there's like a cooking skill, because in that case we are really toasted.
I think there's
mean-
a lore like chef. But you
I mean, I would assume I know how to cook. I've raised children.
Ooh, that's true. That's true. We got
I know how to make something.
Mama Gana around here.
It might
She
not.
can...
You guys might get sick from it, but
Oh,
I
that's
will.
right. You get your little iron stomach. Yeah.
What's your lore mama bonus?
Lore Mama bonuses.
Your Lore Mama bonus.
Let's see. Lore Mama what?
Your lower mama bone.
I mean,
Bonus.
yeah, sure. We'll go with
Interesting.
that.
I'm familiar with that term.
What's your mama bone?
Makes me remember my mom.
Makes me remember your mama.
No!
Anyway,
Corwyn
when
immediately
Grady's not
walks
in the house.
outside. Anything remotely sexual, Corwyn is immediately outside and just like fuming.
Ollie's just sitting there pruning
hate him
and
so much.
like a cat sitting in her bowl.
Oh,
You just hear like lower mama bone from the other room, and you're just like la la la
yeah,
la.
yeah.
I'll try. Well, I do have 3 kids, so pretty well, you know. It's not bad. Not bad. It's great times.
well, Ollie, is there a
Yes,
place
my
we might be able
husband.
to settle down for the just for a few hours to maybe rest our eyes and rest our legs?
Shower.
Well, if you've completely eliminated all those terrible spiders, then
How many?
you can take any room you want. This is mine, obviously the nicest one, but you can have any of the other rooms you like. I think we're roommates now.
What?
Or housemates.
Ollie, how many spiders did you see?
I don't know, 1,000,000?
That's troubling.
Cool. Okay. Good to know.
I'm sleeping in the kitchen.
That's
I was
a good
just gonna
idea.
say,
Let's
Corwyn,
go.
let's move some of these like shelving units in front of the doors and just kind of barricade ourselves in for a safe night's
And
rest.
don't worry, I've already reached my hand into the oven just in case there's anything cool in there. Just nothing in there.
Yeah.
Is it clean enough to start a fire though, so I can cook that boar?
100%.
Cool. I'm gonna go make some boar. Ollie, let me know if you want any. And I'm gonna make my way to the kitchen.
Maybe a bite.
Whatever you want, sunshine.
So we're prepping this boar and then
And we're
gonna-
barricading ourselves in the kitchen.
Okay,
For
that
a
sounds-
long rest.
I'm good with that. I like it.
Okay, is there anything you want to sit? You're all sitting in the room, barricaded up, sitting around the floor. Or I guess there's a table or something in there. There's the dining room where all the spiders and dead bodies are. I don't know if you want to go in there to eat.
No.
Yeah, I think
So
I'll
just sit on-
eat in the kitchen.
in the
you
kitchen.
know? Yeah.
There's a breakfast nook.
What do y'all talk about sitting in there over your meal?
I'm like this. Eating the boar just reminds me of some story, and I
Go ahead.
always love to just spin a good yarn.
Let's hear it.
As the boar's coming out of the oven, I say, "Oh, this takes me back. You know the Absalom Gladiator Championships from 4 years ago. This is a wonderful experience. They brought boar after boar after boar out for the crowd, and I just start just going on just
Corwyn,
endlessly.
finish it up.
I'm addressing Corwyn specifically because I'm trying to mentor him.
Didn't
and
you lose this fight?
No,
I'm pretty sure you lost this one.
Oh no! If I had lost it, I'd be dead.
No, they said that you called mercy.
Me?
Because there were too many boars.
Well, I don't remember that. I remember dispatching the boars and then having them cooked and brought
yeah.
out to me to eat.
Yeah, you killed the little baby boars, but wasn't there like a big like king boar that
Well,
like took you down?
Well, he may have knocked me off my feet briefly, but I can't remember. And then I'm just gonna like slowly.
Yeah, like you used that dumb flick mace thing and it just like bounced right off of it.
You watch how you speak about Little Thunder.
No, yeah, little
That's
emphasis
not
on the little there. I feel like you
Well, it's size doesn't matter. It's how you use it. That's what I've always. I've always heard. That's what I've always been told.
It's the motion of the ocean.
that sentence is completely lost on me, but I will say that you lost that fight to a giant boar.
Well, interesting.
Meanwhile, while Ganav was just like putting things together, trying to maybe run outside into the foresty area and drag
Morris.
Norris with me to like buddy system it and get like maybe some. See if we can find some berries or watercress or herbs or anything to actually let you guys be able to eat the boar.
Give me a survival check.
All right.
Can
I think
I
that's the skill in this game.
assist?
It is a skill.
I'm pretty
not-
sure, right?
I'm not trained, but I
I
do
am
have a plus
untrained in
3
it as
survival.
well.
Let me see. Where is survival?
Survival is on there.
I love
Let's go.
how. Oh wait, you're not trained in survival, are you?
Nay.
Then
Nope.
Yeah. I love how all four of us are untrained in survival.
Listen, I just recently left the city, so.
Likewise.
Yeah.
So,
When Theo was going through the skills, I was shocked at how many I was just like 0. 0?
Yep.
So, I mean, unless you need me to hit something with
I
a
mean, I
giant
went to
axe.
community college before I had kids, so like, I know some stuff, but I am not very like well trained in some things. Like,
Weirdly, Corwyn, big on diplomacy.
big diplomat.
big diplomat.
+6 in diplomacy.
Wow.
I'm not exactly sure how yet, but we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, you know what?
I like
You'll be my backup for things.
Yeah.
You know, you're my big.
Diplomacy and
Shadow.
intimidation could be related.
So what we can talk about is there is an action, a downtime action called subsist, where you try to provide food and shelter for yourself and possibly others as well, with a standard of living. And so there's a DC for this particular area, and I can't tell if this is something. I assume you don't have to be trained in this to try it. Doesn't make sense. So who wants to try that?
I mean, I will.
Yeah, I'll as well.
Your aid.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me double check what the aid requirement is in this version, because I've been listening to too much first edition podcasts.
Right?
To
I mean, I can just
remember.
do it in tandem.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to roll against this. You have to roll the same skill. So yeah, okay. Let's talk about aid real fast first, just in case we haven't done that yet. We may have already.
I
Oh,
don't think I have.
We could do that.
Yeah. So you try to aid. It's really a reaction, but doesn't really matter in this case. You attempt a skill check of the type decided by the GM. A typical DC is 20, but it could be adjusted for easy or hard tasks. And it says the GM might add any relevant traits to your preparatory action. The traits are like keywords, in which case, some may be more helpful to others. And depending on your results, you grant different bonuses. A typical success would give the other person a +1 only, though.
Okay.
A critical success would give them a +2. And if you are a master or you're legendary, that particular skill, you give a higher one. But this case, keep in mind that if you have a critical failure, you actually make it worse for the other person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
should
not
just
worth
look at
everybody.
Yeah. What if we separate our tasks? Like one of us might look for like firewood and stuff, and the other one, like you said, you wanted to find like berries and
I'm
spices.
gonna
and
ask
herbs
you
and
to
stuff.
do that.
Okay, so I'll look for
I'll
like
go look for
the
firewood.
spices. The
Okay,
spice
I'm
of
just
life.
gonna roll 2 separate subsist checks.
Okay.
Is there a modifier for that, like survival?
It's
or-
survival, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Oh, dear. Well. Okay, so Jack, your survival check just knocked out the power for a second, but I think we're okay.
It wasn't a 20. I don't know what you're talking about. It was only 19 for 22.
22, and you were looking for the berries.
Yes.
Okay.
Edibles around the area.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you were able to find, enough to, serve everyone tonight. Maybe you can go back and make a nice, boil them down, make a nice reduction. I don't know cooking words.
so listen,
And
what we're
to
gonna
put in the portion
do.
cranberry sauce for the boar. That sounds all right.
That does sound alright.
So honestly, what you would probably want is like some juniper berries
This would be the
and
question
some
of the
rosemary. So what we're gonna do is after you chop off the whole leg with your battle axe over there, we're gonna go ahead, get some salt from the sea and just kind
Ooh,
of rub it
smart.
on top of it,
Smart.
and then we're gonna put some of the fat from it, and then we're gonna put it on the pan, and we're gonna
you
put
look
those.
for like salt and wood and stuff.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dress it with the. Hoping you found some like watercress or something too. That'd be really great. And then you can have it on
Sure.
top and put it in there.
With a 22.
A 22?
Sure.
Watercress is all around here.
Watercress is in fresh water. We pass by watery areas, so I would assume.
Maybe.
And then we can just let it go in there and go to town.
I just wait. Do we really need to put all this stuff on the meat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a great opportunity to say, too, that we do have our Queer Finder book coming out pretty soon. It should be out by the time you're watching this for
It
Pathfinder.
should be.
And is this one of the ones you're providing some recipes
this
for,
is
too?
the one. Yeah, this is one of the ones.
This
So-
is actually
We
an
have-
exact recipe.
This is the.
I mean, I might.
Find the
You guys
Otari
can
boar
look-
recipe. And,
This is the Gallant
Otari
Goblin
board
culinary
goblin.
expert,
yeah.
culinary guild master
That's
for all
this-
of our things.
When I get bored, I write recipes and give it to you guys for fantasy things.
Ah, so good.
What am I an expert in?
You are my player rounder, upper. What's the word I was looking for? Wrangler.
Player wrangler.
Player wrangler. You wrangle all the players.
Smart.
Okay.
You wrangled up a Stuart for me. We appreciate that.
That's true.
Hey,
Hey,
there you go.
Stuart was the one who got called out in the chat recently. He's like, he's a really good player.
Thank you.
So you all
Love everybody
up
in
your
the chat.
game. You
Love
better
you
up your
guys.
game.
I got
it's
other
like
things
you bring
I'm
a
good
guy
at.
into a game.
And they have stages
I
yet.
don't know who said that, but I'm gonna be better than him.
Hey,
Let's see
listen.
about that.
I just make food.
So anyway, yes, you did you roll yours
I
for
rolled a 10
a 10 for firewood?
for firewood and apparently salt, I guess.
Well, the problem is that it's been raining, so the firewood is wet at this moment.
Maybe we can bust up some stuff from the inside and just burn it.
We've got some torches. We'll figure something out.
There you
What
go.
you can probably find is, some of these rooms that you've already explored had a lot of supplies that have
Busted
been
chairs or broken tables.
right, and then there's probably a little firewood that's tucked away in one or two of them as well, just to be a
Well,
fire
there
hazard.
we go.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So
Sweet.
I also
I-
wanted to grab a few large flat stones if I could find any of them in the area, and bring them back with me as well.
All right.
I have flint and steel if that makes a difference.
Yeah,
to
I can
you.
do too.
So I think you were able to get through the evening, cook up a very nice meal.
Wonderful.
If there's any role playing that you want to do, please let me know. Otherwise, I think we can just move into the next
You
day.
have to eat the watercress.
Yeah, oh yeah.
have
Corwyn's
to
like,
eat it.
no, I'm just gonna move all these berries and stuff to the side and just is face first into the beat.
So surprisingly, yes, there is something I'd like
Yes,
to do.
please.
Oh.
So while they're cooking, I'm gonna take some time when using my dagger. Correction earlier, I did not have a spear because it was not my favored weapon by my deity.
So all the battles you've had up to now, all your successes have an asterisk next to them. So you
Yep.
cheated.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Cheetah.
It wasn't Stuart who was cheating, because he is our best player, as has been determined by the chat.
There you go.
It was me.
Because the rest of you are bloody cheaters.
It's gonna really bug me.
So I'm just gonna kind of use my dagger to
No.
carve the symbol of Pharasma, my deity, which is just a swirl into
It's
a
a
few
spiral.
Love,
Yeah.
love a good swirl.
Mhm.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
swirl it up, and then I'm gonna take those stones. I'm gonna put one
That's
of
what her
them
mother said. That's what her mother
over
said.
in this the slime building, and then some over here where we killed some things, and it's just kind of like the symbol of my deity, because my deity celebrates death and rebirth and life and stuff.
That's cool.
In the
There you
natural
go.
order of things.
Well, I hope these spiders don't rebirth because that would be inconvenient for us. So,
Are we like
Yes.
metaphorical rebirth, not actual
okay.
birth?
Yeah. I'm not hoping they get
Birth
reborn.
in general
I'm just
is not great.
I'm recognizing their death.
There you go.
Okay.
That works.
all right.
All right. So you wake up the next morning refreshed. Now, remember, in this game, a full night's rest doesn't put you necessarily back at 100% health.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
But it does
Those
refresh your
rules
spells
were.
and stuff.
Yeah, and,
So
and
let's-
I know, but since
Yeah.
Stu's still learning, could you maybe explain it to him?
Yeah, let's go ahead and maybe pull it up on resting rules here on Archives of Nethys. All right. So, a character who rests for 8 hours recovers in the following ways. You regain hit points equal to your Constitution modifier multiplied by your level.
Okay. Sweet.
Are you kidding me?
2. Okay.
Yeah, you don't regain much. This game is a little more hardcore.
I was only missing 3 health, so I.
Lucky you.
So, are there any?
Okay.
But you do have the ability every hour
Mhm.
to do some healing with your thing.
Yeah, because I think part of long rest is like doing light activities, right? So could that be, or I could just spend like the first hour of the morning just like tending some of the wounds that were left over.
I would imagine before you went to bed last night, like you took
that
some
too,
time.
that too.
All you need to do is So how far down are you after a full night's rest?
Not far. Five more HP.
Okay. So let's just hand wave. We'll say that you had time last night to, sit there, treat wounds, all that. Well, for tonight's purposes, we'll hand wave it.
Okay.
But in the
I'm
future,
down 16, just to be clear.
Of course you are.
If you like, I
Pretty
can
much
roll
all
for.
the time is him.
Looks
Roll
like
for brash.
you took a pretty hard beating there last night.
My boy, when you get to be my age, you take licks more often than when you're young and spry like yourself.
So when you're old, you're just not as good at fighting.
Well, I didn't say that. I don't know how that was your takeaway.
I mean, you said you're old. Well, you said your age, and your age is old.
So that would be. I just did a battle medicine for you. I rolled
Sweet.
17 against the DC 15
Great.
for an extra 7 health.
There
and
we go.
now you can then take that and extend it, correct? You know what I'm talking about?
After your
So let me look up.
level up.
Even before, I believe you can extend it to, I think, double. I'm going to look at the treat wounds here. So, if you succeed on the check, you can continue treating the target to grant additional healing. If you treat them for a total of 1 hour, double the hit points they regain from treat wounds.
So that'd be 14.
Oh, great. In that
So
case,
that'll be my pre-sleep activity.
There you go.
Yeah.
For the flat-footed
your
and
wounds.
wounded conditions, do those go away?
And that's just for him.
We'll talk about
Yeah,
that in a
because
second.
everybody else was relatively.
Yeah.
So you.
Yeah, I only have.
Even I only had 3 hit
Now I'm
points.
only down 2, so
No, you need to
Is
help.
that too before or after your rest?
That's after.
Need to help the old man rest up. He's having he's having trouble.
So you also, with a full night's rest, you lose the fatigued condition.
Okay.
And you reduce the severity of the doomed or drained conditions by 1, which I don't think anybody had those.
No.
Most spellcasters need to rest before they regain their spells.
I think we just had like injured or something.
Now,
Wounded. Yeah.
Wounded, yeah.
if you have to take off your armor to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
unless you have a feat, in which case, if you don't take off your armor, you wake up with the fatigued condition.
I am unarmored, so.
I'll take it off. I'm happy to take off the breastplate I'm wearing. So
All right.
I mean, mine's just leather, but I'm still gonna take it off.
I have unarmored defense.
There
As
you
I imagine you do too.
Okay. So.
Oh, that's cool. So, like, if you're wearing your armor and you want to do like a protected sleep, you might not sleep as well.
Yeah, you wake up with that
Yeah.
fatigue condition.
But you could be okay. That's nice.
There's probably a
Nice.
feat that you can take to
There
be able to
is
do
a
that.
feat that you
yeah.
could take.
Yeah.
Nice job, Pathfinder.
Yeah. I like those little
So
details.
we are going to be the ones that stay up.
You
And
guys have
keep
to
watch.
take
Yeah.
watch, please.
So you do wake up the next morning. You have your new abilities,
Sweet.
your upgraded abilities. Do you want to do another treat wounds in the morning to try to get him off to a?
Yeah, I
full
think that's just
start?
1d8, right, for normal treat wounds. So I want to save my battle medicine.
Yeah, you don't need battle medicine.
Yeah, because that'd be a 17 for another 6.
Yeah.
So you're good.
I'm
So
topped
the
out.
regular treat wounds, if it's a success, they regain 2d8 hit points.
Oh, okay, so yeah. Just for giggles. And that was an 8.
Oh, yeesh.
Remember
14.
that if
Wow.
you get a critical success, if you roll a 25, are you able to roll a 25? I think you might be.
I could roll up to it. Well, I could roll. If I rolled a natural 20, I could get 27.
Okay, so if you get a critical success, if you're aiming for that 15, if you roll that, you cure 48.
Nice.
Nice.
I only rolled a 10 that time, so it was a 17.
Did you have the wounded condition at all? Okay, so everybody should be solid, all right?
Because you treated me last night.
I should mention, because I had to take it off last night for sleep, putting back on my armor.
Yeah, put
I
it back
think
on
it's,
your
you know,
armor.
And I want to make sure I go outside. I can't remember, but I want to make sure I have
my hand crossbow. It is loaded. It is, and it's a little holster on my hip. And then, I get the old gnomish flick mace out, and I'm ready to go for the day. I'm ready to go check out these final rooms.
I'm gonna eat the leftover boar, so no one else does.
It's probably better to get that thing finished. It's not
Yeah.
really gonna.
I'm gonna.
You guys probably don't want any of this.
I just wake up to the sounds of like. It's
And I was eating all
we
the,
both
all
walk
the
in and see her eating, we're like, ugh.
Just like,
That's quite the appetite you've got there.
I'm gonna go outside. I don't feel good.
Every now and again, the goblin comes out, right?
Yeah, she's just
This
eating
is-
like the
Guys,
ears,
this
and,
bone
like
marrow
the
is
tendons,
delicious. Crack.
snapping bones, and
Does Gana have, does she try to suppress some of that goblin nature? Because it seems like, in the middle of the day, you don't have a lot of that crazed manic goblin energy.
She's used to living in a city, so she's, at times she's got some idea of what society expects from a productive person. So she does that, but hey, it's 7 in the morning, I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat it, I haven't had coffee yet. There's bone marrow now.
All right.
Gna, is there any more food?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
She just had
Ask Norris
the
to go
mom
find
schedule,
more.
so she woke up at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
start devouring the leftovers.
Yeah.
That's right.
In
Listen, this
peace.
is the only way I can eat in silence.
Silence.
All right, are y'all ready to go back exploring?
Hey, listen, silence is golden.
Yes. Let's explore. I will unbarricade. You make sure you know where your exits are, over here and over here.
While everyone's leaving, can I sneak back and talk to the flying?
I was gonna go
Monster?
straight to Finley's, Blue Finley's room.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to go down there to Blue Finley's?
I also
Okay.
wanted, before you do that last night, you didn't look through the dining room or anything.
Mm-mm.
Is that
No.
something, because it was
No.
between episodes, did you want to look through that room at all?
We probably should.
Yeah.
We should go back there. Maybe eliminate the threats first.
Yeah, and then just sort of search everything.
Yeah.
Because you'll go back later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take some
So
time.
we'll do a
to
full
it
search of the
thoroughly.
whole place, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want
I
to go
mean-
back and talk to Ollie?
Yeah, and I mean, if Ganah's going, that's fine. I'm not gonna do what I was gonna do. I'll just wait. But I'll
Okay.
say you saw me just kind of like sneaking over there, just like looking around.
Or you can do a stealth check if you want to
Wait,
just
is-
sneak away.
Is Ollie Blue Finley? I thought
No.
No.
you. Because this is
Mhm.
This
Blue
is Blue
Finley.
Finley's
Yeah,
room.
she
Oh
was-
yeah,
she was
you're
in
going
the
there.
other-
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Yeah, I wanted to sneak in and talk to Ollie.
Okay,
Okay.
So I'm just gonna come up to Ollie, like I guess I'll like knock on the door.
Instead of just barging in.
So,
What?
so you're like, are you magic?
Yes. Can't you tell? And she twirls around in the air. She twirls and twirls and twirls. And she says, I was never formally trained. Isn't this good?
Yeah, totally. Very good. And then like I kind of sneak closer. I'm like, can you like talk to people and like with your magic?
Of course. I can talk to everybody. I'm kind of great, actually.
I don't know who my dad is.
You don't know who your dad is?
No, I don't know. Could you help me find my dad?
And she kind of looks at you, and she's got this snake face. And when she opens her mouth, there's these fangs that makes be a little bit intimidating, depending on how you feel about that. And she says,
It's pretty
what do
rad.
you want me to do to him?
Oh, I didn't really think about that.
The feather's kind of rough.
I don't know if it's so much of a do thing. I just like want to know who he is.
And she says, where is he?
I don't know.
So he could be anywhere?
Yeah.
Well, I live here. If he's here, we can find him.
Right. Okay. Yeah, totally. Never, this is stupid. This is stupid. You have cool fangs, though.
I can ask my friends.
You have friends?
Mm-hmm.
Are they magic?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Angels and coatls and archons. They're so pretty. Not as pretty as me, obviously, but
Sweet.
you can ask them.
Could you ask one of those acrobats or whatever you said if I if they can help me find my dad?
Sure.
Anteaters? What did you say?
Yes.
Cool.
Anteaters.
And like, yeah, I just want to know who my dad is, but don't tell my mom because she like weirdly won't tell me who my dad is, and I feel like she's trying to keep it from me.
I'll ask my friends.
She's really pushing the old man on me, and I'm just not like it's
You
really
should
hard.
see my mom. My mom is so pretty. She's blue and pink
Yeah,
and
it's just
purple.
like I wasn't talking about you.
I don't understand.
This is the most teenager conversation ever.
I'm trying to share my feelings, and I feel like you're just making it about you.
What do you...
Never mind. Just storm out. What you guys find over here in Blue Bentley's room?
She twirled up in the air and out the window.
That's amazing. I love it.
We're all kind of just staring down the hallway and be
Did-
like,
Did we all just like quietly
I was
listen
about
to
to say,
that
can we
like
hear
really
that?
emotional moment?
No, I want to roll a stealth check.
Roll the stealth check. Oh wait, I rolled a stealth check for you.
Ooh, I was gonna say, please tell me this is bad,
Untrained
so
+2.
I can have heard the whole thing.
I really hope it's...
Compared to your perception DCs, what did you say your bonus was? I should have it on here.
+2.
+2. Everybody hears it.
as I hear like yeah, just who's my dad?
Shut up, Brad!
She's pushing she's really pushing the old man on me. I'm just kind of like, I get really quiet and I'm just like,
I can see.
yeah.
He's counting. Wait, how long ago? Ganaw definitely just turns around and just elbows you in the knee.
I'm like looking. I pull out the flick mace, and it's pretty shiny on the top, and I'm like looking down the hallway, kind of at Corwyn's profile, and then like trying to catch a reflection of myself and be like, is there? Am I the? Where was that? And
Ganaw's gonna look at you just like, nah.
just trying to put it together, see if we look at all like. Yeah.
Somebody's brooding.
Who knows?
I will pretend I didn't hear that conversation, but I'll position like, hey Corwyn, so I got this cool new spell. I think you'll like it. I can make your weapon magical.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And you can hit stuff harder.
Oh, can I use that right now?
I'll show you later.
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's open the ghost room.
I can only do it so many times a day.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
After hearing,
Sounds cool. Thanks, man.
after hearing that, Ganaw's gonna open the door to the ghost room.
All right.
Okay. Let me scroll back up here.
Can I remove the thing?
I'm sorry, what were you trying? Oh,
Blue
yes,
Friendly's room?
please, yeah.
We are in
Just kick it in.
Friendly's room.
There's a bed in here the whole time.
Dang it!
We all just slept on the
Thank
floor.
There was a bed in this one.
Yeah.
I remember I called that room because it's got a nice bed, and then Corwyn got
Filled with
strangled by
spiders.
a
There was also a
spider.
trap there, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
And a giant
it's a
spider.
spooky room, I don't really want to be there.
Well, you guys got most of the spider webs with the
That's true.
This room definitely is a little bit different than the other ones. When you open the door, there's a little bit of a chill wind that comes out of it. It's a little darker in there. It's a little bit of a blue hue to the room. It's a little colder. And yeah, you just walk in and you almost kind of feel a little shiver. You hear wind rattling the shutters of the windows too. And the bed frame holds one of those moldering straw mattresses, and there's sheets. There's moth-eaten wool blankets on the bed, another set folded at the end of the bed, and you see a little bit of blue wispiness just kind of going through the air.
I'm gonna do the whole like, see if it's cold in there. You can see your breath.
Ooh, okay.
It's just for a moment you do, and then it kind of dissipates.
A little chill in the air.
A little chill in the air.
Blue Finley, can we come in?
And you see this kind of blue essence floating around, and it seems to almost start to coalesce into a little bit of a humanoid form, but not enough for you to see any features. And it's just kind of hovering in the corner of the room.
I'm sorry, is that a ghost? That is a ghost. I have to go. And immediately Corwyn is like, no, this is not. This is really bad.
As he says that, you see the form start to kind of dissipate again a little bit.
Oh no! Oh, okay. We just wanted to see if we can look at the rest of the place. Finley?
You want to make a diplomacy check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a diplomacy check.
I believe that's one you can roll yourself. Doesn't have to be a secret.
I've pulled my axe out.
Okay.
Corwyn, would you?
Nice.
That is 20.
20. So what do you say?
I'm gonna be in there and be like, Finley, sunshine. We're just trying to make sure we're welcome here. We don't want to take over something we don't. Ollie's keeping her room if you want to stay in here. But we just wanted to say hi because we're gonna be here now.
And again, the form starts to begin to take form in the corner. The temperature starts to rise maybe just a little bit, so you don't see your breath in front of your face anymore, but there's still this blue hue across the room. It still feels uneasy.
Finley, we're here to help you in whatever way we can. How could we make your existence here a little bit better? I'm not trying to help, but it's cold. Stop it.
Make a diplomacy check.
All right, I'll let me see what the old. All right.
This is good.
Okay. Big old die. Ooh, that's not so good.
That's a 6.
A 6.
So Yeah.
So possibly you come off as a little intimidating. Maybe the stare comes out. What's that stare look like again?
Just I can't help it. It's like second nature
Wait,
when
no,
I'm
do the dumber stare. That's one that doesn't work.
Yeah,
the first one works. The second one doesn't work.
Chrissy, that's more of the 6 diplomacy.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that drool.
Yeah, you just like I'm still like my hair is messed up from sleeping. I'm like freshly rolled out
A
of
little
bed.
coral feather behind the ear. The
What were
form
you
starts to
and Ollie
dissipate
doing
again.
last night?
I'll step forward and I'll grab my holy symbol of Pharasma, and I'll walk forward and read the air. So that will give me a +1 status bonus on my next diplomacy check as I analyze the social situation occurring around me.
Okay.
And I'll ask it, we're not here to hurt you, Finley, but if you need help, how can we help you?
That diplomacy check.
So
I'll
that's
message to you, be like, it's okay,
17.
Ghosts go away when you help their unfinished business be completed.
I've got my axe out and I've like tried to be intimidating, but I'm actually just like hiding behind
Behind the axe.
By the whole thing. Like,
there it goes.
The blue energy in the room kind of shifts across over to the bed, and it's kind of almost looks like it's sitting on the bed. It's starting to look a little bit more like a person. You can kind of start to see the formation of clothes, almost like overalls. The face is still a blur. You can't see any particular facial features. It's not looking in your general direction at all, but it is starting to form up a little bit more.
Okay. I'll walk in the room and approach it.
I'll go ahead and go with him.
I don't want to hurt things.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll peek in from behind, and I'll kind of gesture to Corwyn, Corwyn, come on, get over here. I'm fine.
So I'll continue and I'll say, is there something binding you to this room? Is it this bed? Is there an object here you want us to take care of or bless or something? Do you have business?
Make another diplomacy check.
Okay, I'm gonna read the air again. Oh wait. No.
How many times can you do that a day?
It says only once in a given social situation.
This is a given social
It is a
situation.
given social situation.
That would be if I don't get it again, it's only a 16.
Okay. You see the face start to come together. And you see what looks like a fairly androgynous person, kind of medium length hair forming. The hair kind of turns into wisps of smoke at the edge of it.
Cool.
A face that looks just sorrowful. Looks like they're wearing work clothes with their sleeves rolled up. Just sad eyes. And they're just sitting on the bed. And you hear a voice kind of coming generally from that direction. And it's just, and as the side lights out, the windows begin to rattle a little bit. And you hear, I told her I'd put it to good use.
I'm sure she understands.
I don't think so.
What did you do with it?
I can't even touch it anymore.
Where is it, Sunshine?
It's hidden away. It's hidden away.
Do you want us to take it back to her?
I don't even know who you are.
I'm gonna. This is Norris.
And I'll introduce myself. I'm Brash Vonson of the Absalom Gladiator Pits, and I'm trying to turn on the charm. I don't know, trying to give my usual sort of intro for that I would give to like a king. I don't know.
The face suddenly doesn't even turn. It's just suddenly looking at you. From where it was down, it just shifts a little bit. It's looking at your own direction. And there's a little bit of a smirk on the face. And they say, gladiator?
Why yes, indeed.
God. I will have slowly approached right behind him.
Corwyn, look, they're a fan. They're a fan of me, a famed gladiator from the gladiator pits of Absalom.
I think they're probably just annoyed as I am that they've run into an annoying gladiator.
Why no?
They're just kind of looking at you, and just the face keeps shifting, kind of looking at you, and then just looking, and it's just sad again. And they're looking up at you, and this is sad again. And their hands start to go up to their face, and kind of goes through their faces. They're trying to put their head in their hands.
Blue Finley, would you like to hear a tale from the gladiator pits? Maybe something to take your mind off your sorrows.
While he's doing that, can I kind of look, take a quick gaze around the room and see if there's any item or something like that seems to be kind of trying to be hidden or anything?
So you kind of surreptitiously look around the room. Nothing stands out to you.
Okay.
And as you say that, she's just looking after you again. I would love to hear a story of adventure.
Wonderful. Let me tell you the tale of the grandest fight I've ever been in.
Blue Finley, we will literally do anything for you if you just don't make and tell this tale. Anything you want. I will do anything, and I have an axe.
So I want to do I guess
perform this tale as best I can.
And I'm trying to prevent him and use my diplomacy to see if I can win Blue Finley over before this. And I'll say, as he's doing this, I will say, if you need someone to be protected, I can help. I am a barbarian and I have draconic powers.
And they just say, I couldn't make her happy in the end. She trusted me.
Corwyn, you're really bringing down the mood. I just don't. I'm about to get into the tale of the three beasts.
Do you want to hear a joke? I'll tell you a joke. Would that make you feel better?
I wanted to be in the gladiator pits.
Oh. Well,
I wanted to do all the adventures.
This is just an expression that may not apply to you in this case, but would you live vicariously through my story here? I'm sure I can fascinate you with this.
I don't think that helps.
Did she leave
I agree.
you? She left you behind to be an adventurer.
You kind of see a nod.
Do you want to be an adventurer with us?
She used to go on all these adventures to tombs and to caverns and to dragon lairs. She went to Geb. She went everywhere. She went to Ustalov. She went to the big cities. And she came back with all these stories. And I think she thought I could follow her. And then, when she didn't come back, it was supposed to be me. It was supposed to be me, and I needed money. I needed money to buy supplies, to buy armor. If I was going to follow in her footsteps, you can't just walk out the door with a sword and be a hero.
Yeah, you can.
You have a great axe, dear, not a sword.
I have a bastard sword.
I'm not like you.
Do you need money, Finley? We can
What
give you
good
money
does
so
it
you
do
can
me
be...
now? It doesn't do me any good now.
What if we can bring you back to life?
She kind of looks up. Or they kind of look up. You can do that?
Yes.
Corwyn, or what sort of promises are you
Corwyn,
making?
dear.
I just talked to a fly.
And suddenly the image is not on the bed anymore. It's just right in front of you. Just shifts.
Oh.
And it's
No.
right in front of you. And just looking at your face. And they reach out to you. You can do that?
Yes. Yes.
Do it. Please.
I can't. We need to get things. And I'm looking at them. We have to go get things on an adventure, and then we can bring you back to life.
And suddenly just not there anymore. And just on the bed again. And like, you're just saying what you think I want to hear.
No.
Corwyn, dear, lying is not becoming of you.
She left it to me to be the hero, and I let her down.
Were you attacked by a spider?
If only it was something that exciting.
2 spiders?
Illness, maybe?
I came here to work. I came here to the fishery. I just wanted to earn a little bit of money to buy an adventurer's pack, buy some leather armor, and then...
Were you working with Tamil?
No, it was before then.
Before.
And I went out fishing in one of the rowboats, and the storm came by, and I couldn't get back in time, and the wind picked up, and the boat turned over, and I got trapped underneath, and the waves.
Horrible.
And then I just remember getting cold and getting numb, and then I was here. I didn't go to a tomb. I didn't fight spiders. I didn't fight dragons. I didn't see terrible ghasts and ghouls. I didn't do anything that she wanted me to do. She was a pathfinder. And I was a fisher.
And I am a mom.
Sounds like you wanted to be a gladiator, but you were just kind of a stadiator.
And I was gonna reach over and smack Corwyn.
You died of Bodex. It's pretty lame.
That does remind me, outside of the game, that we didn't distribute your hero points.
Is it because you're about to
for
give me
this?
one? Because that was pretty funny.
It was, yes. So first of all, I think everybody, we're almost at the end of our session, but let's go ahead and hand over the session, just in case there's something you can just pass these down.
Yay!
And I believe, did everybody except maybe Jack want a new card this time? Or did everybody trade in their card?
I used mine last time.
I traded mine in.
I traded
All right.
mine in.
So I'm just going to grab some of these. You can take them, and if you want to use them in the next few minutes before we wrap it up,
Sure.
I'm going to let you pick your own poison here. Maybe some of this will be useful in the next 5 minutes. You don't get to choose yours. You get one of those.
I get
Jack, you get to choose
Just one.
Jack.
Just one.
No,
want the one
she
in the
gave
middle.
me hers.
I gave him
You get
whichever
two.
that one was.
Oh, yeah.
I did believe you get two.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so take a look at those.
Oh, these are great.
Okay, and you can also hold on to them for next round if you want to. Yes, so Goblin Gold. Does
Feels good.
does Corwyn say that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Guna definitely turns around and smacks him.
Yeah.
you do see the face just transition up to you, and just with this kind of evil, just nefarious look in the eyes, and look at you, and suddenly shift again, and just standing in front of you, leaning forward at kind of an unnatural angle with their arms back, and you can see like this wind kind of taking their hair and
Oh
pulling back,
dear.
and just looking at you, it just says, "You mock me?
Consequences, Corwyn.
You mock me?"
Apologize, Corwyn.
Sorry.
Finley, forgive him. He's not
He's a child.
the greatest. He hasn't learned how to be a person yet.
You mock me?
Oh.
And we'll see you next week.
Oh, disrupt the dead.
You had to mock the ghost. You had to mock the ghost.
There. It was there.
Sadiator.
Sadiator.
Boo. Someone in the back is booing. Do you hear that? Boo. I don't know who it is, but they're
You know what? It's all in the cards.
Thank you.